We're bombarded with video, right? I mean, it's everywhere you look.
Yeah, it really is. Social media, streaming, video calls, you name it. Video, video, video.
But have you ever thought about how a computer actually understands what it's seeing?
Right. How does it know a cat video from, say, a cooking tutorial? Or even something way more complex?
That's what we're digging into today, the world of video understanding AI. And let me tell you, things are getting seriously interesting.
Definitely interesting. And really, it's a massive challenge in the field of AI.
Yeah.
Getting a computer to truly grasp the meaning of video, not just see a sequence of frames, but actually get it.
Exactly. I mean, think about it. We humans, we just intuitively understand what's going on in a video. But for a machine, that's a whole other story.
It's a lot of information to process. And then you have to layer on the meaning, the context, all of that.
Right. So where are we at with this? What kind of breakthroughs are happening?
Well, that's what's so cool about today's deep dive. Researchers over at Salesforce AI, they're saying they've made a major leap forward.
And what's really got my attention is this whole idea of efficiency.
Efficiency, exactly. Because up until now, a lot of these video understanding models, they've been, well, really computationally expensive.
Yeah, you need some serious horsepower to run those things.
Exactly. But this new model from Salesforce, it's all about doing more with less.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more. What's this model all about?
All right, so first things first. The name. It's called xGen-MM-Vid.
xGen-MM-Vid. Yeah, that's going to take some practice.
It's also known as BLIP-3-Video. Either one works. I know, it's a bit of a mouthful, but stick with me because the name actually tells us a lot about what it does.
Okay, break it down for me.
Right, so multimodal, that means it can handle both video and language. Not just the visuals, but also text descriptions and stuff.
Oh, interesting. So it's putting those two pieces together, the sights and the words.
Right. Then BLIP-3, that part tells us it's built upon a really successful model they already had for images. So they're taking that foundation and extending it to video.
So BLIP-3, that was already a big deal in the image world, right?
Yeah, it made a big splash. And then, of course, video. Well, I think that one speaks for itself.
Right, so the name tells us it's building on some impressive tech. It can handle both visuals and language, and it's all about video.
Got it.
But there was something about this model, something in the research that just blew my mind.
I think I know what you're going to say.
This whole token thing, it can represent an entire video using just 32 tokens.
32, yep, that's it.
I mean, come on. Other models need thousands, right? How is that even remotely possible?
It is pretty mind-blowing. So think of these tokens like essential pieces of information, the key ingredients that make up the whole picture of the video.
So it's not remembering every single detail, right? It's more like...
It's finding the most important bits, the stuff that really matters for understanding what's going on and ignoring the rest. Super efficient.
Okay, that makes sense. But what kind of information is actually packed into those 32 tokens? I mean, It can't be everything, right?
Well, it's a really interesting mix of visual elements and language descriptions.
So like objects it sees, actions happening.
Exactly. But it's also capturing the essence of what's going on, a high-level understanding. So it might grab key visual cues like dog running, ball flying.
To get it.
But it's also going to extract that meaning like dog playing fetch. It's really a condensed summary of the video, but using both those visual and language pieces together.
That's fascinating. Okay, so we've got this super efficient model that can represent a video with just a handful of these tokens. But let's talk practical applications for a second. Because less processing power, that's got to have some huge implications.
Absolutely. It opens up a whole world of possibilities.
Like what? Give me some examples.
Well, think about something like searching through hours of security footage. I mean, that can be a super tedious and time-consuming process.
Yeah, someone's got to sit there and watch all that.
But exactly. But with this kind of efficiency, that search could happen almost instantly.
Wow. Okay, that's a big deal. What else?
Or imagine real-time video analysis for things like, say, medical diagnoses or self-driving cars.
Right, where every millisecond counts.
Exactly. Faster processing means faster and more accurate results. And that can be really, really important, even life-saving in some cases.
And let's not forget about all of us regular folks who just want to find that one funny clip from our vacation videos.
Right. No more spending hours scrubbing through the timeline.
Exactly. Search dog catching frisbee. Boom, there it is.
Exactly. So yeah, the applications are pretty vast.
Okay, sold. I want this. But seriously, let's dig into the tech a bit. How does this thing actually work? What's the magic here?
The real key is something called the temporal encoder.
Temporal encoder.
Okay, and this is what processes information across multiple frames of the video. It's not looking at each frame in isolation.
So it's understanding the flow, the sequence of events.
Exactly. Putting all those pieces together to tell a coherent story.
Got it. And the researchers, they mentioned they were experimenting with different types of these temporal encoders, right?
They did. And there were a couple that really caught my eye. One they called Token Turing Machine.
Token Turing Machine. Now that sounds cool.
Right. It's like, imagine giving the model a little notepad. And as it's going through the video, it can jot down the key info from each frame.
So it's like taking notes to help it remember the important stuff.
Right.
It's clever.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Okay, so we've got efficiency. We've got this temporal encoder that's understanding the video over time. But what can it actually do?
Well, the research focused on a couple of key areas: video question answering and captioning.
Okay, I like where this is going. So you're telling me I can ask this model, what breed is that dog?
Exactly. Or when did they score the goal? And it can pinpoint that exact moment in the video and give you an answer.
Wow, no more endless scrubbing back and forth. That's incredible.
It's pretty slick.
Yeah.
And the captioning aspect, that's huge too. Think about AI automatically generating accurate captions for any video.
Oh yeah, making content accessible to everyone.
Right. For people with hearing impairments, for language learners, for anyone.
That's a game changer.
And they actually showed some examples in the paper of how accurate this captioning is. They had a video of a beagle just kind of hanging out in the grass.
Okay, Hugh.
Right. And the model, it nailed the caption, "A beagle dog is laying down in grass."
It knew it was a beagle. That's impressive.
Right. Then they had another video. This one was a golden retriever puppy running around like crazy.
Oh, I gotta see this.
And the caption, "A golden retriever puppy runs across the grass." Perfect.
It even knew the difference between a beagle and a golden retriever. Okay, I'm officially impressed. So tell me, how do we get our hands on this magical model? I need this in my life.
You and me both. Well, the good news is the research paper is out there for everyone to read. And the even better news, the code and the model itself are going to be publicly available very soon.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yep, they're putting it out there for the world to use, which means developers, researchers, they can all start playing with it.
So this could really take off then.
Absolutely. It'll be exciting to see what people come up with, what new applications are born from this.
All right, so to sum it all up, we could be on the verge of a major leap forward in how AI understands video, all thanks to this crazy focus on efficiency.
It's a really exciting development for sure.
It definitely is. And you know, it makes me wonder, now that we can process video this efficiently, what entirely new doors does that open? What kind of applications haven't we even thought of yet?
That's the big question, isn't it? And I don't know about you, but I can't wait to find out.
Me neither.